Welcome back, guys. This is the Warden speaking, and this is the journey to the judgment zone. First thing that we look for is which short film has the best story. As filmmakers, we really love to get lost in a good story, followed by which film has the best visuals. So which one of you has the best visual storytelling? Which film has the best cinematography? Now, lastly, but definitely not least, is which film has the best emotional connection. Now, bear with me here. I know it sounds a little confusing, but as a good film, we want to be happy. We want the film to make us happy. Which film makes us laugh? Which film makes us scared? Which film brings a tear to our eyes? Now, over the last 2 years that Ifo has been in business, we've seen the competition get a lot more fierce over the last 2 years. It's really cool to see. And what's very exciting to me is some of these filmmakers that have submitted to us since the beginning. And it's very cool to see how they've improved, how they gotten better, and that they really take the criticism that we give into account. And that's something that we like, and that's something that we want to keep doing. We like to push our filmmakers forward. And just because of that alone, we're gonna have a surprise award going toward the best poster. And I'm gonna give it to the film Patch, directed by Ashwati Ken, all the way from Dubai. So congratulations to Ashwati and her crew, because you guys won the best poster of the competition. And just like that, I have another award to give out to you guys, the filmmakers, too, who has the best trailer. And that award goes to MOLOTOV Bomb, directed by Alberto Pablo. So congratulations, Alberto Pablo, and everyone involved in the MOLOTOV Bomb production. You guys deserve it. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to the final ceremony of the Judgment Zone. My name is Ferdinand Rivera, and tonight I am your warden. I just want to say that it's been a great privilege watching all of the short films that you have submitted during this festival. And it wasn't easy choosing which short films made it to the final round. But tonight, that wait is finally over. Get ready, go grab some popcorn, and buckle up, because tonight we will nominate and award the best short films of Ifo Iii, The Judgment Zone. If you are a filmmaker who loves to tell stories, please submit your short films at internationalfilmoperations.com and click submit. Also, you can follow us on all our social media platforms, such as YouTube, International Film Operations, Instagram at international as in INT .film .operations, Facebook, International Film Operations, and of course, Twitter at international as in INT Film Ops. As you filmmakers are aware, we had our pre-ceremony of the Journey to the Judgment Zone. If you guys want to see the show, just click the link down below in the description and enjoy how we love celebrating and awarding filmmakers with their stories. Now let's introduce some people behind the scenes, our evaluators and reviewers of your content, our judges.
People have a strong opinion about movies and love to get their voices heard. But one thing most enthusiastic movie watchers lack is a sense of filmmaking. As a filmmaker who has worked on various projects and worked big film festivals, I've grown key to what judges look for and understand the amount of hardship a filmmaker goes through. So as I'm watching these films, I take what I know and what can be learned to help the next filmmaker better their work and keep on learning. As for myself, I would want to be judged with honesty to help improve my craftsmanship, and that's why it's also important for, as a filmmaker, to take criticism to help open your eyes to the things we overlook and never considered. And it's always good to have an extra set of eyes to help us see the big picture.
Thank you, Garnett, and that was one of the amazing judges of this competition reviewing your amazing stories, folks. And now, let's introduce the next judge and co-host of this Judgment Zone.
See, this is looking good, man. You guys are actually moving up in the world. Look at you guys.
Nice place, right?
Right, man. Look, I like it. I like it. All right. All right. How's everything going tonight?
Things great. How you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Happy to be here again. Happy to be here again. I don't know about y'all. There's a lot of good films out there.
Oh yeah, they're excited to see you, and I'm sure you're excited to see and talk about some of the films that we have just witnessed.
Oh yeah, I definitely am. I definitely am.
and welcome back, Nestor. I'm glad you can join me and us today. It's really exciting because you were actually a judge before me.
Yes, I was.
Yep, doing this. And then I became a judge after you. And now we're judging together.
Exactly.
So it's real cool to have you back, and we've actually increased in viewership. So for everyone that's new, that doesn't know you, tell us who you are.
All right, so I'm Nestor. You know, people that know me the best call me Ness. Not only do I judge for a living here, I also judge my students, but in a positive way, teaching them the best way for my failures that I've embraced over filmmaking and over my career. And I pass it on over at Full Sail University, entertainment business program over there, and teach independent film production.
That's super cool. So even when you weren't judging the submitters and the filmmakers around the world, you're still helping out and, of course, teaching new filmmakers that are trying to break out into the industry.
Right, because practice, because like I'm still learning. Sometimes I even learn from my students. Like some of them just blow my mind, like seriously. I'll be working for them one day possibly.
Yeah, I believe it. You know, like it's a crazy world. You always got to learn to adapt. So it's cool when you have new filmmakers coming in and they can show you something. So I'm pretty sure you learned some tricks that I don't even know yet.
Yeah, no, and like I said, like, you know, I know you're probably one of the best in what you do, because I know I've seen you some of your work, you know, just a little bit. Like, you know, it's funny because we were just talking before. It's like, dude, I saw that video. I saw his content. It's like, well, I'm filming his content, and that's the content he's putting up. Yeah. So that was just like, yeah, I know, as my dude. So it's just one of those things. It's really nice to come full circle. And speaking full circle this year, I signed up for another year with the PFL. We start our Challenger Series pretty soon. So yeah, it's going to be fun.
Awesome.
Fun ride.
Let me just tell you that I'm super happy to have you here as my co-host and as well as my judge, including Darnett Goldenberg, who helped us evaluate these amazing stories. So Nestor, are you ready to introduce some of these nominations?
Oh yes, I most definitely am. So ladies and gentlemen, here we give to you the short film nominated for the micro short film category.
Pensaba que se perdían en el cielo y que nunca volvían a ser vistos por nadie. Me aterraba la idea de subirme a uno, prefería contemplarlos desde el suelo. Mi madre me contaba que en su interior había seres de otros planetas. Marte, Júpiter, Saturno eran los lugares a los que se dirigían. Eran seres que se habían perdido y que necesitaban volver a casa.
Y dentro de 6 años, cuando ella tenga 20, se enamorará y se casará. Y en un principio todo será muy hermoso. Y con el pasar del tiempo, puede que la maltrate, la utilice.
And a big congratulations to the nominated short films of the micro short film category. Now, Nestor, could you tell us a little bit on why you rate the way you rate, basically how you judge this?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you I really do this. I start with the audio. I listen to the audio. And basically for me, it needs to lead. If not, I look at the image if there's no audio, and basically it just like real estate, location, location, location. So production value for me, working my way through the art department as well. So I understand that man, you got to make it with what you got. We've done more with less. And it's just like, I just know the fundamentals of doing that. And that's why I am very crucial when it comes to audio and also the art of it all.
I like how you emphasize audio a lot, because I feel like a lot of filmmakers don't really prioritize it. And I'm even gonna admit that I'm one of those people, because before we started recording this, I was just telling you that I finally bought some microphones for my setup. That's true, I told the whole crew this. Right. So yeah, it's one of the most important things. And I remember you complaining about some of the films that you were watching, like, why is this audio, you know?
I mean, finding the right mix, knowing when to put song in, when to put, and then the worst is when you don't at least cross mix the, when it's coming in with the, to a new scene, or even if you do ADR, like, I can just tell that's definitely re-recorded. Like, so it's just one of those things, is, you know, cleaning it up just a little bit, you know?
Yeah, it's something so small, but if done incorrectly, it can really just take you out
of the moment.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. You basically just summed it up. But, yep.
But that's it, man, and that's the reason why. Like, when I do it, and sometimes I seem harsh, but I'm gonna tell you, I may be being harsh, but that shouldn't stop you. Because if me telling you something that you need to hear, I'm here to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So keep it in mind, and that's how you're going to evolve. Don't think of it like, and don't also second guess yourself like I'm really beating you up and being a bully. I'm not trying to do that. Because not for nothing, I've evolved because someone told me what I needed to hear. Without no further ado, I introduce you the standard short film category.
Ella murió por ingerir fentanilo, una de las drogas clandestinas más peligrosas que existe. Hoy hablé con el tío de la pequeña. Él dice sentir enojo por la manera en que ocurrieron las cosas.
¿Escuchaste, mi amor? Otro bebé que muere en las mismas circunstancias y por la misma porquería. Es increíble.
Dijo que iba a tardar. Llegarán unas 2 horas.
El cliente anónimo.
Esperaba que un sicario pudiera ver mejor en la oscuridad.
Las hojas de cálculo empeoran la vista. ¿Por qué estar en la casa? ¿Qué hay de las coartadas?
En mujeres sobrevivientes de cánceres. Y he pensado en esta que me parece súper poderosa y que me gustaría que comenzáramos con esa. Y es las mujeres en situación de cárcel.
André, el problema, lo que yo veo complicado es el tema de los permisos.
Gracias por escuchar lo que tengo que decirte, Sabrina.
Sí. Ahora dime, ¿por qué crees que estamos dentro de una película? Es decir, ¿de verdad quieres terminar conmigo?
Nestor, why do you love being a judge?
I'm so really glad you asked me that. It's funny because I had this crazy idea come from my dear good friend and colleague and also classmate, Leon came over to me and said, dude, I want you to be a part of this. And I was like, be a part of what? It's like, I'm starting this film festival. I know it's a crazy idea. I was like, no, it's not crazy. And I asked him, I'll be a judge only as if you want put music video categories eventually, because that's one thing that I love doing. So I'm really glad you asked me that, because I'm still waiting, Nilo. I really hope you're putting something together. I had to call that. I'm sorry. I had to do, the whole rock thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
Like that.
You got your promo marketing built in right now, motherfucker.
Nestor, you already know, as judges, we have an important role and duty to choose the best story, right? So, in your own words, when it comes to these film festivals, could you just tell us why it's so important for these filmmakers to essentially take the criticism that we as judges give them?
Because you're not going to be a prodigy. Even if you're not prodigy, you have a place to evolve. Every single prodigy has to evolve, or even just somebody that just works really hard to get where they have to by getting your bumps and bruises along the way. But the wonderful thing about it is that don't stop creating. Just because somebody says that it's bad, it might be bad to that person, but it might be good to somebody else. But in cases like this, we're looking for the fundamentals. And that's what I'm looking for, especially. And I just speak on my own behalf, of course,
I like how you put that into perspective, like, being honest. And it may not be the nicest thing to hear, but it's probably the best thing that you could possibly hear in order to improve your filmmaking.
And on top of that, the thing is that it'll improve your filmmaking, but also it might open up somebody else's idea and can come to you and say, you know what, that looks crazy there, but I have this other crazy idea. Maybe our crazy ideas can work together. And that's the powerful thing about this art.
I couldn't agree with you any more than that. Donette, take it away from here.
My pleasure. And now I introduce to you the nominated short films of long short film category.
Sentí que admitir que la veía desnuda era menos doloroso que admitir que solo conversábamos. Con ella hablaba cosas que con mi esposa no podía hablar. Ahora no podré comunicarme. Cuarentena y sin celular.
माझी बाईला खोले पहिला सांग आहो तू सोडतो ना आहो सोडतो ना सांग सांग माझी बाईला खोले पहिला सांग सांग माझी बाईला खोले पहिला आहो तू सोडतो ना
किती झाला रे
माझी बाईला खोले पहिला आहो तू सोडतो ना तू धक्का दा माझी बाईला खोले पहिला अरे तू
अदरा किने झाला आहे
अदरा सॉरी हां
अरे पात्रा
no hubiera hecho nada. ¿Qué hubieras hecho tú? A ver, respóndeme. ¿Tú qué hubieras hecho? Respóndeme. ¿Me vas a responder? Déjalo. Responde la pregunta.
Tío, ¿qué te pasa? Me estás lastimando.
Apenas estoy haciendo fuerza.
Welcome back, folks, to Ifo Iii, the Judgment Zone. This festival is made possible due to the generous sponsorship of Sadia Film Festival. Story creators, is that time. It's finally arrived. It's here. Nestor, are you ready?
Oh, yes, I am. And let me tell you, this was not easy. We received a lot of short films from everywhere on this globe. And I can tell you in any single language and all the visuals that I had the honor and great time of judging your short films. Believe me, and as I said before, I hope you keep creating no matter what I'm going to say to you. And you'll only get better as a filmmaker, as we were discussing before. So,
well, with that being said, let's get to it for the winners of the micro short film category. Donette, give the honor.
Let's go.
Our third place winner of the microfilm goes to Turf. Congratulations. Congratulations to director Tayona Bowman for her short film Turf. So congratulations to the film Turf. I liked it. I thought the script was cute, quirky, and funny. I loved how the two characters came together over their two differences in perspective of this tree and created a relationship. That was a cute original idea.
Thank you, Donette. Now for the second place winner of the micro short film goes to...
Hay que entenderte. Porque este es el mundo en que vivimos. Pero yo simplemente lo que quiero.
Congrats to the director Oscar Guzman for the short film Them. Man, I must say that the first thing that I noticed was that underwater shot that you started off with. And reason why is because I am in the middle of doing actual underwater cinematography for a documentary that I'm making about survival swimming, and I've consulted a lot of individuals and basically told me that underwater filmmaking is completely different than regular filmmaking above water. So the fact that you led with the shot and it basically kept me intrigued on what was about to come up next, I was very, 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 very happy with what followed. I mean, of course, still things that need to be worked out, but the message is mainly, at first I thought it was a horror film, and it is a horror film. It's the horror film that basically women are living all across the world, and it's not just in America, but it's across, it's a global pandemic basically that's never been stopped, so it's a great message. I really like this film. Of course, I can give you specific critiques, but just the positive way of everything that you did, the storytelling, like all the shots that were utilized in the editing, it made for what you set the pace from that opening sequence and that opening shot. So congratulations, and yeah, keep filmmaking, keep doing it, keep evolving.
And for the first place winner of the micro short film category goes to... Patch. And congrats to the director Ashwati Kim for the short film Patch. Great film, beautiful shots. I really like the color grading on this. I really like how the character looks, the desperation on his face, the way he moves about. There's no dialogue in the whole film, and that's another thing I like to point out. this film is a great example of how to tell a story in such a good amount of time and really utilizing the amount of time that they had to tell this story. The film's only about 3 minutes long, and even then 2.5 minutes is really when it ends, when you see the message of homelessness and see how sad this gentleman's life is. Once again, great story, beautiful color, great visual storytelling. That's something I've always liked. Great film, and congratulations, guys. Again, congratulations to the winners of the micro short film categories. You guys deserve it. Now, let's keep it rolling. And the third place winner of the standard short film category goes to...
Solamente con tocar las pastillas o tener contacto con los parches, inmediatamente mueren. Yo no entiendo qué esperan para restringir eso.
So this was a pretty interesting film. I really liked the twist at the end. It was very interesting reveal and how they did it. Now I gotta say, I really like the monologue scene. She basically, I would say 75% of this film was basically her talking to herself. And I think she did a good job in portraying all of those emotions. I really like the shot where with the mirror. And I think even my colleague and fellow judge, NESTOR, had a few things to say about that too. But the mirror monologue was definitely memorable and one of the better shots that I think we all liked. I gotta say, gimbal was a little shaky. You know, they still pulled through, and I like to see them pull through. And like I said, for me, I really like the ending. And I think that ending was really, what's the words that I can use? Not expected. You know, I don't want to spoil too much if you haven't seen the film, but it was pretty unique, and I thought it was really good.
Cada una tiene un gramo.
And for the second place winner of the standard short film category goes to...
Y me perdí tratando de encontrarme en un laberinto de paradigmas y estigmatización, construido por todos, incluso yo.
Entonces lo que queremos es llevar eso allá y hacer que pues a través de talleres en los que se enseñe Paul, pero también se trate el tema de empoderamiento.
Congrats to directors Andrea Herrera and Mar Lopera for their short film documentary Blind Pole.
¿Con cuánto tiempo contamos? ¿O qué hemos proyectado? ¿Qué has pensado tú? No sé.
Serían talleres de 1 hora y media, 2, donde obviamente primero tenemos que llegar a ganar la confianza de ellas.
I really love dancing, and that's one of the things that I first started in the industry as a dancer. So pole dancing was one of the most intriguing things to me when I found out about it, that it actually was an art form rather than just for quote-unquote strippers and exotic dancers and so forth and so forth. amount of skill that goes into pole dancing, I know specifically because you're almost utilizing every single muscle in your body. So the fact that you have created something like a little mini doc for a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe or crowdfunding campaign is genius, because I recommend every filmmaker to go out there and ask and pitch their projects for funds so they can make their reality or show or project happen. So congratulations.
Sube y abarca como todo eso, pero transformando eso más a la parte del Minotauro.
And for the winner of Standard Short Film category goes to
Dijo que iba a tardar. Llegarán unas 2 horas.
Congrats to the director Emmanuel Kaneski for his short film, The Accountant.
¿Por qué estar en la casa?
You know what I really liked about this one is how the lighting really worked. They used a lot of really great practicals to light it and fill the scene and give that contrast that's so needed. I don't know if a lot of this was done in post work per se, but I just know that the overall polished look of it, I really do like. There was a couple of shots that I wouldn't have used or I try to stay away from, but overall the project was well written. I was confused on how things were progressing through the scene. It did feel a little slow at times with the pacing, but it really came full circle towards the end on when we figure out what the situation is afoot. So I really did like this project. I think you still need some more practice and work to keep evolving, but don't stop filmmaking, because you're heading in the right direction.
Welcome back, content creators. Now, if you're a passionate filmmaker who loves to tell stories, please submit your short films at International Film Operations and click submit. Also, you can follow us on all our social networks and platforms, starting with YouTube, which is International Film Operations. Let's not forget about Instagram, which is at international, as in INT, .film.operations. Facebook, International Film Operations, and of course Twitter at International, as in INT, Film Ops. Also, this festival is made possible due to the generous sponsorship of Sadia Film Festival. If you love telling stories and want to participate in the Sadia Film Festival, submit your short film at filmfreeway.com/Sadia Film Festival. Submissions openings will begin on January 23rd, 2023. Nestor, Are you having a great time?
Oh, heck yes, I am. And not only am I having a great time, I've been really thoroughly enjoying reviewing all these projects. I know that the comment might sound harsh, and like I said, I'm not trying to tell you what you want to hear. I want to tell you what you need to hear. And if you don't want, go get a second opinion from another filmmaker, and they might tell you I'm right, or they might tell you I'm completely wrong. And follow them if they meant to you. Hey, it's another beautiful relationship, because that's what art is. And now, for the ceremony is not over just yet. We have one more short film to award. And the third place winner of the long short film category goes to... Behind the Lens.
तो बाबडा सुशेगात बसला हांगासर तो पियेता आमी हांगासर बसला कित्याक कितें जालें रे तेजें
अरे बाबा बाहेर राहणे अशेंच असता.
Congrats to director Vardhan Amar Kumat for his short film Behind the Lens. Behind the Lens, I really got thrown by the opening message, like the opening disclaimer. That really took me out of almost of what I was about to say. I don't like disclaimers in the beginning of projects. I'm just telling you that right now, because it basically, if I'm looking for that, what you're saying in the disclaimer, I'm looking for it at that. So I would say in the future, put it at the end and apologize if you offended anybody. Because I was looking for that specifically. I thought it was going to be a tragic, basically I started making my own entire story of what I was seeing. What I really do like about this is the utilization of focus to tell the story, to lead your eye, to actually make sure that you're keeping focus on what's important, on what's centered. When the young lady was introduced, I knew she was going to be coming because I could see her clearly coming into focus as she was coming. And the funny thing is, she had no speaking lines. She ran away. So that was great about the focus that you led. And I really do like the part of the wig, utilization of the wig, the cell phones. I really do like how much long medium shots you utilized to show what was going on in the background. You dirtied the frame really well. I can see why this was a winner. And that's the thing, is that the color correction and then the whole story basically coming folded together. I thought it was going to end, and then with the computer and the credits rolling, and then there's a little bit of a deleted scene, almost like what we're used to in like Marvel stories and all the other comic book stories when leading to another bigger project. And I'm going to tell you that this film is a great international film with the subtitles, and then finishing it at the end with English. Great utilizing of cultures and mixing, because now we're all mixing our cultures and everybody's not one thing anymore. Everybody's mixed, diverse, and I love the way that incorporated. This is also speaking to literally almost every filmmaker out there, because I'm going to tell you this, my parents did not support me the way these parents supported you in the film, and then the moral of the story, because I was resonating with everything that he was going through as an actor, for me as a filmmaker, as someone that's never done something what I'm trying to do, and I'm the first one of my family to do it. So I understand the cultural background, the backlash that I got from my mom. I recently was not accepted. It was not accepted that the career that I chose was a good one, because you have to play it safe for the jobs that you have to be a lawyer, be a doctor, stuff like that. But that's boring for me. This is really fun for me. So I'm the demographic for this project. Any filmmaker out there could possibly relate to this in some capacity. And then at the end, my daughter wants to become a filmmaker, but specifically now she wants to be an animator. She's getting more into her specialization, and she's only 10 years old. I am nurturing that. I love this film. I'm actually getting teared up talking about this, and this is the type of projects I want to see. I want to see more of this, and you're just getting yourself started. I just loved how this tied up in a bow, but I really did not want to see those disclaimers in the beginning. Take those disclaimers out. Don't utilize them, please. I'm telling you, that's going to, possibly take some of your visuals. People might not want to see it if you're disclaiming this. I understand that, but you have such great storytelling that I didn't even care about the reason why you were apologizing before you even started. So I appreciate you considering our feelings, but I more appreciate the art form and what you're doing, and congratulations.
And the second place winner of the long short film category goes to Molotov Bomb. Congrats to director Alberto Pablo and producer Paulina Castillo for their film.
Sí sabes que técnicamente todavía no estamos divorciados.
I personally like this film a lot. I love the way the story was written, the script, the original concept idea. We can all relate to the humor of what these two are going through, and well, technically 3 people. But it was overall good. I loved it. But I did like the end aerial shot where you got the cars drifted and took off. That was a good key because it's like, hey, we're both leading in 2 different directions.
Realmente, tengo todo lo que necesito aquí conmigo.
Thank you, Darnett, for your amazing work all the way from over here in Orlando, Florida. La Londra. Congrats to the director Marlene Viñeño for being the winner of the long short film category at the International Film Operations 3, The Judgment Zone.
¿A dónde vas? Tranquila. Pues no se me va a escapar.
Suélteme, por favor, suélteme, no me toque.
Pero mire, Cipota, sí se ha hecho linda, se ha hecho chula, ha crecido.
No, por favor, no.
Shh, pero si aquí no hay nadie. Estamos solamente usted y yo nada más.
No, por favor, suélteme, no me toque, déjeme ir, por favor. Lo suplico, por favor, no. Ay, no. Ay, no, por favor, no. Ay, no, por favor, no.
So I think this is the first time that I've seen a hand act out a character and it wasn't exactly like the Muppets or something, man. I like how much was created with just a simple and small set. It was super creative. The actors did a great job, and even when their faces weren't in the shot, the power of their performances stayed the same. If you were watching their hands or the little figures that were like sandals, you can tell the characters are happy when the sandals jump up, despite not being able to see any face. You really feel a sense of uneasiness when the stranger comes in to take advantage of her. At the end, I thought this was a really unique way to tell a story, and I gotta be honest, I think this is the first time I've ever seen a story being told like this. And mind you, we gotta look through so many films. We consume so many films in general outside of the film festival. So the fact that this stands out, and I have to say, like, this is really unique, and this is something that I honestly feel I've never seen before, says a lot. So a big congrats to the guys for what they created. A big congratulations to the crew, to the actors, to the director, everyone involved, because this was really well deserved on your guys' part.
¡Babosa! Oí que le decía a mi tata, a la Juana, habéis perdido LONRA, que era lo único que traías al mundo.
Welcome back, folks. This was the International Film Operations, the Judgment Zone.
Talk to me, Goose.
First and foremost, I want to thank the audience for joining us. Also, thank you to all the filmmakers who submitted their short films with us and continue making compelling short films. Also, big thank you to the team who helped put this event together.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you once again. Thank you for having me and actually joining the team and doing it together. All right. And we are going to see you at the next film festival with International Film Operations.
That's right. This was International Film Operations. I'm your warden. See you next time.